Hiya, so I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm 2 or 3 days past my transfer. I think it's 3 if you include the actual transfer date as well. So yeah, I just wanted to do a video about some feelings I've been having. I don't know if these mean anything. I don't know if it's just because I've been prodded around in there and that's what I'm feeling. But I think yesterday and today, this evening, I felt some pinching in my lower abdomen, like pinching feelings and pulling feelings. Only very slight. They don't feel anything like cramps. They're kind of like, I can't explain it. When you get a stitch, that kind of pulling, like pinchy feeling. That's the best way I could describe it, I think. And it's only very briefly. It's not happening all the time. But yeah, that's made me wonder because I thought that, like with the fresh ones and like with natural conception, that it takes a while to implant. But with the frozen, I've looked up, and a lot of people are saying with the frozen cycle, especially if you have a 5 or 6 day blastocyst, that it can implant really quickly, like within 2 or 3 days. And I think today is on day 3. So is that what I'm feeling? I don't know. I've also had some spotting. Which is it implantation bleeding or is it just left over from where my cervix was prodded? I don't know. So yeah, it's all a bit up in the air at the moment. Don't know what to think about that, but I don't remember having that with the fresh cycle. So that's something that feels different to me. And I'm feeling really positive about this time. You know, we've had 2 put in, so our chances are increased. We had the embryo glue, which I've heard nothing but good things about. It's an experimental option. It's basically they coat your embryos in a medium that makes them sticky. So when they put them in, the theory is that they will stick better to the womb and be able to attach better. It's not fully tested yet, but they do offer it as an option that you can pay extra for, which we did because my sister knows 2 people, I think. She said, was it her? Someone said they knew 2 people who used embryo glue, and it worked, and they're pregnant now. My friend who was doing the process at the same time as me on the fresh cycle used embryo glue, and she's now pregnant. And I've got another friend who knows another person who had IVF with embryo glue and is now pregnant. So there's a lot of people saying they've used it and it's worked. So maybe this time it's worked. I don't know. We thought we couldn't. There's so many people saying that it's worked for them that we couldn't just ignore it. We we got a bit of extra money together and we thought it was worth investing in. So we've given that a go and we'll see if it makes a difference. So at least 1 will stick, hopefully. If 2 sticks, that's absolutely fantastic. I would love to have twins. They're always talking about, at the clinic, that there's an increased risk of twins and multiple births. But I'd love to have twins. I'm not gonna lie, that would be amazing if I could have 2. I could have a boy and a girl. That would just be. I'd be set. I'd be absolutely ecstatic with that. But yeah, Laz at the moment, I don't know how he's feeling at the moment. I think he was feeling a bit worried. I wouldn't say negative, a bit worried because he really thought that the fresh cycle was going to work. And then it didn't, and it was a hard crash, and so now this time we're both of us, we're both really cautious now about getting our hopes up because we don't want to set ourselves up for a fall. But the way I look at it is that we've got increased chances because we put 2 in. We use the embryo glue, which people seem to say does help. And my body's not full of hormones now. When I had the fresh one, they took 32 eggs from me. I was swimming in progesterone because I was also taking the pessaries, as well as my ovaries were still really swollen, and yes, my body was still damaged. And I think that's not necessarily good for producing a baby. I know it works for some people, but even the consultant that we saw said that they have a theory that people who overstimulate are less likely to be successful with their fresh cycle, and that then people are more likely to be successful with the frozen cycle. So that's what we're hoping was the case. That's what we hope was the reason for it not working, and not some underlying cause. Or you get these couples who it just doesn't work for them, and no one knows why. And I don't know if I could live with that. That would be horrendously difficult. Obviously, we'll have to keep trying. But the worry is as well that after we've done this cycle, we don't know if we can afford to do another one straight away. I mean, we won't be able to afford to do another one straight away at all, and that'd be really difficult. We've got 4 frozen embies left, so we do have them there, which is brilliant, but we don't know if we have the money or not. So, yeah, a lot riding on this time. It's been a stressful time. Lots of things have been happening in just the last week alone that have been super, super stressful. I mean, really stressful. Most stressful times of my life, as well as having the IVF. But, I'm trying my best to stay relaxed. I know I'm carrying embryos now, so I need to keep myself calm and try and think positively and try and, get lots of sleep, get lots of rest, eat properly, gentle exercise, that kind of thing, not push myself. But we'll see how it goes. I might test early. I'm supposed to be coming on my period in a week, so I might test then instead of, I think it's 9 days. That's my official test date. But if I haven't come on my period in next week, then I want to be testing. So I'm getting super impatient. But yeah, I think that's it from me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll keep you updated on my 2-week wait. Bye.